Look at this. This is actually something that we make. It's a slatted bottom rack. I think I hear some coyotes. I don't know. It's early in the morning today. I don't like waking up before the alarm goes off. That's always a bad feeling, but sometimes you have to do it, even when you run your own business. I've got to head to Bloomington today and teach a bee class up there. So the alarm went off at 5:30. There's the moon. No sun yet. I'm fixing to hit the road. Fixing is a word that you say. I'm from the South, even though I live in Illinois now. And when you're beginning to do something, you say, I'm fixing to do something. I'm fixing to go somewhere. I'm fixing to do something. So I'm fixing to go teach a bee class, Bloomington, Illinois. Ooh, frost on the windshield. A non-operational winter fountain. Rock and roll, baby. How you doing? Good. Rule number one for me is that I always stay in a Holiday Inn Express. I guess I like the commercial, but I don't get anything for saying that, and I don't get a free room. I get nothing from Holiday Inn Express. But once I rode my motorcycle all the way to California, and I stayed at every kind of hotel that was 30 or 40 bucks, and it was just terrible. And so I made a commitment to stay in Holiday Inn Express, because one thing about Holiday Inn Express I can always count on is clean, safe, and my good friend John Zavishlak educated me on bed bugs. And I've had friends stay in hotels that had bed bugs, and it's horrible. And if you take them home to your house, it's horrible. You have to pay hundreds and maybe thousands of dollars to have your house eradicated of these bed bugs. So I'm pretty confident by staying in a Holiday Inn Express, I don't have to worry about that. And the first thing you have to do when you come to a Holiday Inn Express, when you get into your room, first you have to stumble in the dark to try to find some lamp to turn on. And then you have to go to the bed like this and pull this out. You have to just open that up like that. If I leave that tucked under, I'm too long. I'm way too long. Too long. And a gigantic headboard. The headboard is like 5 feet above the bed. And I'm not sure why that would be that high. So I'm just hanging out, doing a little video editing, and being bored to death, right? Hotel boredom. First of all, they are very challenging to build because there are 15 pieces. And it's very challenging to get all the slats, all the slatted racks to stay in position correctly. It's a challenge. That's why I think a lot of people just don't use them. I don't know if it was C.C. Miller in the 1800s that invented it, or if he just liked the concept, but he's the one that we kind of go all the way back to him, because he made a 2-inch spacer that he put between the bottom deep box and the bottom board. And his idea was that the bees needed to have some room to cut down on the tendency of swarming, so that maybe the foragers or nurse bees could hang out kind of at the bottom of the hive. Then he found that that extra space resulted in the bees adding that much more comb on the bottom of those deep frames. And that's when the concept of the slats occurred. If you put, and I think when they first did it, maybe they were wider, or maybe not as many, just to kind of fool the bees. Some people call it a false bottom board, to fool the bees that there is something there, so don't build any more comb down.
This way.
It does go that way. It goes on the bottom board just like that, right? Yep.
Wait, under it or above it?
Above it. Yeah, this sits above the bottom board. Here, bring it over here and we'll do it right here. Oh, that's an 8-frame in it. Where? Oh, okay. Grab it deep. I'll show you how to do it. Put the bottom board. Yep. Yep, just like that. Now you put a deep on top of that. Like, so if you look inside, see there's a space below. So in the case of a screen bottom board, it doesn't really matter because you have the mite drop and everything. But the theory is that a lot of bees can hang out underneath this slatted rack. When the guy first made it, he didn't have the slats in it. He just had the spacer. And all the bees built comb further down. Is it really worth running a slatted rack above your bottom board? I've done it before and I've noticed no difference. Sherry and I have talked about it, and we both feel that it would probably be beneficial if you didn't have a screen bottom board, like if you had a solid bottom board, because then you just have the deep frames are just boom right there by the bottom board. But since nowadays we use screen bottom boards, it gives that false sense of the bottom goes further and so on. So I don't think it's necessary. Now some people that use them love them and they put them on every hive they have. They swear by them. They just think it's the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know if I would bother to even put them on any of my hives anymore, because when I did try them out, I didn't notice any improvement, any difference in swarming and so forth with the screen bottom board. So to me, they're just not worth that extra piece of equipment. You do your own research, but I wanted you to know about slatted bottom racks. There is a use for a headboard. A little too high.